Hey, welcome back, Math Gurus. Today's video will focus on long division, but we're going to use partial quotient, which is just breaking it up into smaller pieces. All right, let's get started so you can see what I'm talking about. So right now, our first problem is 2054 is divided by 79. Your 2054 is your dividend, your divisor is 79, and then your answer will be your quotient. All right, so I always suggest to start off with anytime you can use powers of 10. And then doubling and halving. So let me show you what that looks like. So the first thing is 79 times 10, 790. Well, if we do 100, we know that's going to be way too much. So what I want to do is double. When I say double what I'm multiplying the divisor by. So I meant to write 20. So if I double 10 to get 20, then I'm going to double 790. That would give me 1580. If I wanted to get closer, I think the easiest way to do is just half the 10. And so if you know what 79 times 10 is and you want to figure out what half is, times it by 5, and then go 790 divided by 2. I mean, you still have to do division. That's not going to go away. It's just smaller, break it up. 9 is 18, sorry. Divide is 10, so that'd be 5, so that'd be 395. So this gives me enough. I would probably go with the 20 and the 5. There's nothing wrong. I could use the 5, I could use the 10. I could even use the 20, but I want to get as close as I can to 2054. So what I'm going to plan to do is add the 395 and the 1580. Because that's going to give me 79 times 25. And that's pretty close. So we're going to go with, I already used what I have. I feel like it's more steps, but it's easier steps. At least for students it is. So now we're going to put 25 to the side because we know that's not the exact answer. And then 79 times 25 is 19. 75, we're going to subtract that, and you're going to end up with 79. And your new division problem is 79 divided by 79. And then you know that goes in once, so you'll put 1 here. 1 times 79, 79, no remainder. So on the side, you just add those up. 25 plus 1 is 26, and you're done. All right, let's go to the next one. Now we're going to do the exact same process with the 25. So it's 25 times 10 gives me 250. 25 times 100. There's no rule of what to use. I just feel like this is easier for kids with the powers of 10. Now, I want to double the 2500, so that means I have to double the 100 to get 200. Because I want to get as close as I can to that dividend. I could stop here, call it a day, or I can say, you know what? I see times 10 and times 200, and if I add those, that would actually give me times 210. That would be pretty close, 52, 50. So now I'm going to go ahead and go with that. I'm going to put 210 because I know that's not the exact, but it's pretty close. I'll put it to the side. 210 times 25 is 50 to 50. We'll subtract that. Now we have 125 is being divided by 25. How many 25s can go into 125? 5. 5 times 25 is 125. So no remainders. So my answer is 215. All right, let's look at the next one. Same setup. We're going to do groups of 54. So 54 times 10 is 540. I definitely could get bigger than that. So I'm going to double it. We'll double the 20 to get 40. And so now I need to double 1080. Be 2160. That's more than I need. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add the 10 and the 20, and that will give me times 30. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to actually times it. I'm just going to add 540. That will give me 1620. Close enough. I could go higher. I'm just choosing not to. There's no right or wrong as long as your answer comes out. 30 times 54 is 1,620. Subtract. Now my new division problem is 431 divided by 54. So I'm going to use the multiply by 10. Cut that in half to 5. And then that would be 250, 270, close enough. I would never do this in my class like this. This is a hot mess. I was just trying to avoid recreating a slide and just using a resource I already had. So now my new division problem is 161 divided by 54. So here's the part where I tell kids at this point, it's totally okay just to do repeated addition. This is manageable. You could do 54 all the way up to 2051, but that would be a hot mess. But this is not bad. I went over, so I know it's 2. I'll write a different color. There's my new division problem is 53 divided by 54. That's not happening. So this 53 will just be my remainder. And it says to write it as a fraction. So let me show you what that's going to look like. I'm going to circle my remainder. Going to box my divisor. And now my final answer is I'm going to add the 30 plus 5 plus 2, which is 37. And then my remainder needs to be a fraction. You have 53. Out of 54. There's nothing they can divide into both of them, so you're done with that. Hopefully the video helped. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like or subscribe.